In today's modern society, in a time where our interactions with technologies are more pervasive than the ones we have with other individuals, it is crucial to think about how these technologies impact the ways in which we understand our lives. Do these devices enhance or debilitate your role in the community or your relationship with friends and family? We too often see the benefits of technology over the potential negatives, as we are absorbed in the euphoric buzz we obtain from ever-increasing technology consumption. Yes, technology allows us the ability to span enormous geographical distances, liberates us from labor, and captures our imagination. But how have we been shaped and molded by technology instead of molding it around ourselves? Has our technology trapped us in our own mobile private spaces? Have we become addicted to our pleasurable, comfortable environments and lost touch with what is most important to human existence? Let us compare technologies and the rise of the World Wide Web in 1993 to the invention of the automobile. Of the car, people said, "This vehicle is an amazing machine. Look how easily I can visit someone in need. Surely, the automobile will draw us together, knitting our towns and cities into much more tightly integrated communities." But the ensuing century tells a story of urban sprawl, devastated city centers, hours spent crammed, congested in traffic, and isolation inside bubbles of glass and metal. Clearly, this does not represent a higher form of integration in tight-knit communities. The point I want to take away here is that the solution new forms of technology solve all too often pale in comparison to deeper, far more problematic issues that arise as we continually embrace the latest and greatest technology. Our focus and attention is focused upon the great possibilities like a piece of candy in front of a child. The candy offers an instant pleasurable experience, but too much candy will lead to rotting teeth and other health problems. Our technological advancement is feeding our society the same instantaneous, pleasurable experiences, but like the child, we are oblivious to the greater issues surrounding our health of our culture. Now, we see the potential to go anywhere, conquer every mountain, and the family can come with us. But in reality, 99% of people who buy the off-roader will never leave the smooth tarmac. The same situation occurs with our relationship to our electronic devices. The potential to change and enhance society is there, but it takes a huge range of factors in order to move our society out of its ingrained technological habits and social environments. What has happened to our connection to family and friends as we work 60-hour weeks? What about our sense of community, political empowerment, connection with nature, and spiritual happiness? All of these fundamental human qualities seem to have suffered as we spend our free time parked in front of the television or obsessing over our appearance in shopping malls. Our current way of living revolves around adapting to a counterintuitive environment. The electronic revolution has appeared to bring us closer to a true sense of community, but this is merely an illusion. We may be connected to everyone through the internet, where we can bridge a geographical sense of distance, but social distance cannot be bridged so easily. We still require proximity to one another as a human need. We require contact, close at hand, but also close to mind. As a relationship requires more than just an electronic connection to be healthy, advertising messages and cultural norms must be broken down in favor of our fundamental human needs. Ago, it would have been considered rude to use or talk on the mobile phone while in a public space, but today it seems weird not to be using some sort of electronic device. The problem here is that the cultural advancement is running in the wrong direction. The term innovation represents technological advancement rather than a social advancement. It represents more pixels in a digital camera or greater speed on the laptop. Is this truly contributing to society? Are we becoming better human beings because of this? The answer: it's nice to be able to Instagram our friends or to send easy messages on Facebook. But are these really getting clear messages across? Are our relationships strengthening because of these technologies? Unlikely. Our world is consumed by social networking sites. We interact with one another on electronic interfaces, and these have replaced real connections with others. Obsessed with self-branding, we attempt to capture every part of our lives, whether by use of photography or film. By the way, these different camera angles, their impact on human perception, and the psychological meanings we associate with them. For a level camera angle with humans and animals, we're shooting at the eye level of the subject. With people, it's the natural way to view the person. It shows people the way we would expect to see them in real life. With people, it's the natural way to view the person. For a level camera angle with humans and animals, we're shooting at the eye level of the subject. With people, it's the natural way to view the person. It shows people the way we would expect to see them in real life. Psychologically, we're seeing eye to eye with a person. We feel equal status and power with them, like a peer. Camera angle typically feels natural, especially in photos of adults and most of the environments we encounter on a daily basis, from our usual standing or sitting position. The viewer of the photo might not even consciously perceive it as an angle, unlike the other types of camera angles. If you want to de-emphasize something in your shot, raise the camera so that everything underneath the center of the frame will appear smaller. High camera angles can make the subject appear to be in an inferior position relative to your dominant and more powerful point of view. The subject is smaller, less significant, and diminished, while you are the giant. You are literally and figuratively looking down on them. High camera angles work well to enhance the idea that the subject is submissive, humiliated, vulnerable, powerless, fallen, being beat down, or injured. Taken from significantly high camera angles, like at the top of stairs or upper floors of a building, a photo can create sensations of freedom, transcendence, and, above it all, you feel omniscient by being able to see the big picture and all the action within it. As a more objective, rather than immersive point of view, you become the unseen observer, uninvolved, distant. The subject or object being photographed might appear swallowed up by the setting. They have become a part of the larger picture. Low shots, as a type of subjective camera angle, create the feeling that the subject is big, high, powerful, dominant, imposing, or menacing. In this shot, I may feel a sense of empowerment, freedom, or flight. By contrast, the viewer of the photo might feel weak, powerless, insecure, helpless, or overwhelmed in relationship to the subject. You are in the position of the child, or standing in the land of the giants. You are, literally, looking up to the subject, perhaps out of respect. Generally speaking, when you shoot from the front of a subject, you're assuming a straight-on, matter-of-fact, no-nonsense approach. It might even seem like an honest, non-deceptive point of view. If the subject is looking into the camera, you and the subject are head-on and face-to-face. You are aware of the subject, and the subject is aware of you, assuming, of course, the subject is a sentient being. Even if it's not, the front angle is more likely than any other camera angle to give the impression that a non-sentient subject is aware of you. When you shoot a car straight on, it's hard to resist the idea that its headlights are looking right back at you. Shoot it from the side, and you're unlikely to perceive it as sensing your presence via peripheral awareness, as you might with a human being. In the study of human and animal behavior, especially in primates and canines, psychologists talk about the full-face threat, the straight-on approach to the subject, body facing body, eyeball to eyeball. It may feel challenging or confrontational. The front angle can be used to create that effect in a photo, mostly if the subject appears uncertain, submissive, or anxious. Vice versa, if the subject in the photo appears assertive, confrontational, or aggressive, you, the viewer, might feel the anxiety of the full-face threat. When subject is not looking into the camera, the front angle can still convey that no-nonsense feeling that I'm right here before you, looking at you. The photographer and the viewer of the photo making their presence known. The subject, even though looking away, might seem aware of our presence, or, at the very least, can easily become aware of our standing right here, in front of them. We might attribute psychological meaning to the fact that the subject is not marking eye contact. For example, being timid, self-conscious, distracted, uninterested, or absorbed in something more capturing than our presence.